Hello all, I am in Cedar City, Utah today, and I'm on SU's campus. And this building behind me is Old Main. Now, Old Main has some haunted tales within, so I wanted to tell you a couple of ghost stories that come from this building. The first one is Virginia Loomis, and she was 16 years old, and she was murdered by her jealous boyfriend at a stone quarry just east of Cedar City. And he left her body there, and then he was never seen or heard from again. And when they found her, she was laying over these boulders. Well, later on, when they needed rocks for this building, Old Main, they went out to that same stone quarry and they chiseled away the rock, and that is what this building is built out of, was stones from that rock quarry. But because she was murdered there, it is said that her blood and her spirit is tied to the rocks of this building. Many years later, as an older gentleman, the boyfriend came back into town and he needed a job. And so he actually got a job as a custodian in this building. And the first day of his job, he was supposed to go and work on the furnace in the basement. And what happened is randomly, the door to the furnace closed and he ended up being burned alive. And witnesses say that you can hear Virginia Loomis's laughter. So that is Virginia Loomis's revenge. She finally got revenge on the person who killed her. Now, that building did burn down. The original building burned down, but she is still tied to this spot, and it said she still haunts this building because her spirit is tied to this spot. Now, when I went here, I went to SU, and when I went here, we were also told don't ever go into this building after dark, because you may find yourself being haunted by Virginia Loomis. On the third floor, she was said to walk the third floor. It's a very creaky building anyway, but it got even a little bit more freaky when you were in there after dark, because Virginia Loomis's spirit is supposed to be in that building, and the elevators would oftentimes get stuck. And so if you were in the elevators, you would get stuck, and you would oftentimes hear creaking on the floors when nobody was there or behind you, things like that. Now, there's also another story from the 1930s. There was a high school student who was practicing for a piano recital, and her song was called Deep Purple. And she was in the top floor practicing on one of the pianos. And one night she died. She passed away, and she was still on the piano bench when they found her. And so it is also said that you can hear music, specifically Deep Purple, being played in this building, especially at midnight. When you come out here at midnight, you can hear the music coming from the top floor, because she is still practicing for the recital that she was never able to give. So those are a couple of haunted tales from SU's campus. You should come and check it out. Maybe you'll be able to hear the music if you come after dark of Deep Purple. And also, if you ever go in the building after dark, be wary of Virginia Loomis's spirit.